Hello, everybody. The end of December brings a solar eclipse in Purva Ashada Nakshatra, at the same time that Saturn and Pluto conjunct in Uttada Ashada. You can find out what it means for you and prepare yourself for this astrological event by scheduling a service with me through my astrological services page. I now also have pre-recorded consultations available, and everything can be scheduled at the link above. So, first of all, do you like my Christmas tree? It's the El Cheapo brand, right? But it's definitely very festive. So that's another thing to keep in mind too, is attitude, right? So, sure, this is an El Cheapo, Christmas tree, right? But it's the attitude that it represents. It's the, vibrance that it brings. It's the flashiness, the thing that makes you kind of feel like somewhat, cheerful, like in the midst of difficult situations, right? And I'm not saying that you need to kind of pretend if you're going through hardship right now. As a matter of fact, that's completely counteractive. But what I am saying is you don't need to sit with that difficulty for any longer than is necessary to solve your situation, right? At the moment, you may be fearing loss. And because you have that fear that you're going to lose something or lose someone or, lose a battle or lose anything, right? It has you in fear-based thinking. And that makes it so that everywhere you turn your head while you're trying to find a solution, all you're seeing are solutions that you're appraising in the light of them absolutely, positively not being able to work. And so then you just discount every single potential opportunity that might have otherwise brought you at least a little bit of progress. So what's the answer in this particular situation? You need to not go so deeply over everything with a fine-tooth comb. If you look at something closely enough, right, and if you appraise it from a fear-based mentality, or if you appraise it in a light that doesn't let you see it in its truth, then you're going to find a flaw with it, right? And sure, maybe there is a flaw. So we have to be realistic too, right? You have to be realistic and you have to accept that, sure, if all you're seeing in front of you are flawed opportunities, then sure, you're not seeing the perfect option. That's valid, right? You don't want to ignore that either. I mean, I'm not trying to be a champion of being fake or, somehow convincing yourself that a lump of you-know-what is a bunch of shinola, if you know what I'm talking about. But what I am trying to get you to understand is that sometimes that pendulum can swing a little bit too far in the direction of critical thinking. And when it goes too far in that direction of critical thinking, you're going to find a problem with pretty much anything that provides an opportunity. Rather than finding the silver lining in the cloud, you'll find the cloud in the silver lining. And right now, because you're concerned about something, you're placing yourself more towards that side of the pendulum swing than towards the side of the pendulum swing that's going to allow you to find opportunities. But the truth of the matter is the situation that you're placed in, it's altering, it's changing, right? But it has been stuck for so long that now that it's actually beginning to gradually change, you're still stuck in that static mindset. You're still stuck in that static mindset that's going, things are not changing, things are not shifting. And so the moment that things begin to kind of edge forward just a little bit, you're waiting for that next thing to come along to kind of knock it down or to knock you down, right? And so you're giving up preemptively before you've actually even taken a chance, right? So you need to stop seeing things as static. Give yourself an opportunity to see things in a new light. Sure, you may be dealing with circumstances and opportunities that are less than ideal, but it's not like if you see something that you're examining as a potential solution and you're discounting it because of all the things that could go wrong with it, it doesn't mean that you need to ignore that one thing that can go right. And it doesn't mean that that one thing that can go right is going to be the final solution to your problem. It may be that one thing that can go right with it leads you to think about another thing that can go right. And you put that one thing together with the other thing, suddenly you have a little bit better of a plan. And then you add another little thread, another little silver lining, rather than a cloud, right? A cloud's just going to cover over those silver linings. But if you take one silver lining and another silver lining and another silver lining, and you thread it together and you weave it all into each other, suddenly you've got a rope that can pull you out of the hole and towards the light of day. All you're needing to do at the moment to solve the conundrum that you're finding yourself in is to use your eyes in a radically new way. Rather than seeing yourself as having no opportunity, look for an angle on something that seems to offer no opportunity and see if there's even a sliver of hope in it. Sure, that sliver of hope is not the complete picture, but it can lead you towards another piece of the jigsaw puzzle that once you put it together, you'll see what it is that you need to do. That's going to do it for this look at the full moon in Mrigashira Nakshatra on the 12th of December, 2019. Until next time, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.